Welcome, respected friends, for this beautiful, sublime Shastra, Smruti Shastra, Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana. It's a dialogue discussion between Bhagwan Sri Rama as Shishya, Vasishtha Bhagwan as the Guru. Rama was in that deep, utter Vairagya, Jignasa. Then here Vasishtha is teaching him the Sat Brahma Vidya. When it was happening, there in that Sabha, Vishwamitra ji was there, Vyasa Bhagavan was there, Narad ji was there, and the entire uh, Bhuloka, Antariksha Loka, Rishimuni Ganas were also there, and the entire important people of the Ayodhya. All the Ranivasa also was there, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, everyone were listening this sublime jnanam. So, in this Grantha, book form given by Valmiki ji, six prakaranams are there. So Vairagya Prakaranam, in that Sri Rama Bhagavan's Vairagya Varnana is that. Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam, in that how the Mumukshu's Vyavahara. If he is already Mumukshu, how he appears. If someone wants to be Mumukshu, what changes he'll have to bring. Exhaustively explained with so many topics. Then, in that mumuksha, where one seeks mukti, it is only through Paramatma Prapti. Paramatma is always there. The curtain between we and the Paramatma is this entire Jagat. So, this Jagat has to be rejected. So, to reject this Jagat, all the three aspects of this Jagat, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, all of them have to be rejected. Therefore, the three prakaranams Vasishtha teaches Sri Rama for rejecting all these three. So, in the Utpatthi Prakaranam 3, the Utpatti never happened, that will be proved along with other things also, but predominantly this topic. In the Sthiti Prakaranam, Sthiti is rejected with all Yuktis Upamana. In the Upashama Prakaranam, Upashama is rejected. Then what is there is Brahman, that is taught in the huge 14, 13,000 slokas of Nirvana Prakaranam. We have seen Vairagya Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranas by Bhagavad Krupa. We are now into third Utpatti Prakaranam. So, in this two, we have covered 17 sargas out of 122, 122 or little more, 124. Then our knowledge, our Sanskrita Bhasha, vocabulary, sadhana experiences being very minimum and meager. Therefore, on the sublime text, our study also at that level. Never mind, we made a beginning and we are proceeding. We have Shraddha in Vasishtha Krupa, Rama Krupa, Valmiki Vishwamitradi, Samasta Rishimuni Guru Devata Krupa. We also have Shraddha that when we keep on studying, definitely the intellect gets sharpened, gets beautified or subtle enough to grasp what is said here by the Guru Maharaj. Luckily, the topic is one only, that Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva, throughout these 32,000 slokas. So, luckily, even if the same thing said in the beginning is not understood, but with the training we gain of listening and contemplating all through, halfway having we reached, definitely we become subtler to grasp that from what Yukti standpoint, Shruti standpoint, and Mahatma's Anubhuti standpoint, the Satyatva of the Brahman alone is established and Jagan Mithyatva. Then its consequences from the Mithya Jagat we withdraw. We focus on Sat Brahma and realize it. Okay, just like people listen from somebody outside, take it up as their career and follow. Some people looking at their own parents. Some have their own family business, isn't it? So each one that way. If the family is of doctors, child also. If the family is of other business, child also. If the family politicians, he also. Others looking at others, counseled by others, they feel like कि मुझे वो बनना ये बनना. But all those are banavati. They are all far away from the truth reality. Here we are listening like them only from our gurus, but about the Sat Brahma, the absolute reality. So we also get prerana, having understood thoroughly to realize that Brahman. So till that happens, we keep on listening, thinking, understanding. Once that jignasa, mumuksha is born, now the whole life, if required lives are dedicated only to become antarmukha to realize it. And funniest thing, when the Brahman is realized, it is here and now. All what was done in the past, etc., in a moment's time, they all disappear. That's the funniest aspect of the Maya. These all will be revealed to us subsequently as we study. Now, friends, we are into the 18th Sarga. In this, Jagat Bhranti Varnanam is explained. And the story going on is LEELA UPAKHYANam. Now, the LEELA is the queen. Husband died, the body is kept. All that story of she almost became Dukhi to die. Mother came reminding her of what blessing she gave. Don't worry, you will have your husband back. The body will not perish. He will not leave this Antapura as was asked by you. Don't worry. But still, she was not satisfied because even though husband Jiva there, but it is Sukshma and she is in the Stula Jagat. So, mother, she prays to, mother comes, question, where is my husband? How is he? What is he doing? Take me there. Okay, before that, after that, mother gives the highest knowledge of Chittakasha, Chidakasha, Bhutakasha. About that alone, the next few chapters, the explanations and descriptions. How many ever number of slokas, chapters we study, see the example stories, go through them, understand or not. The basic is Chidakasha alone is real. Other than that, the Chittakasha and Chitta Jagat, Bhutakasha, Bhuta Jagat are only Kalpita Smriti Matra. This is what is to be caught through all this story. पहले ही बोल दिया कोई सीक्रेट नहीं है उसमें. Having told that, mother goes, then she gets into that Nirvikalpa Samadhi by mother's grace. Then in that Siddhakasha, in that Sukshma Chitta Akasha, in that very Bhukta Akasha only, she sees her husband, the king, and the entire kingdom. Chitra Vichitra. There, she lands, nobody recognizes her. She sees the people more closely. All of them are the same ones who are there in this Jagat. Then she was worried, did all of them die? By that time, by mother's grace, that Nirvikalpa Samadhi sthiti is over. She is back to her, this Bhutakasha Sharira. At midnight, she looks waking up. All Paricharikas are there only. Okay, ये लोग तो है, what about others? So immediately gets frightened, wakes them up. She says, organize the Sabha Mandapa, invite, call everyone. Seated next to that Raja Simhasana. Only when I see all the praja, I am assured. I will be dukhi otherwise. मर जाऊंगी. रातों रात फिर further sabha whatever required. All arrangements are made. That was exhaustively described. Narayana. Then she goes, everybody comes one by one, how they fill up the whole hall. Then whatever the formal discussions had to happen, happened. She did not, the Valmiki has not written all of them, redundant. The but final thought she said, I just wanted to see you all. I saw you, now I am consoled, disperse. When all of them go, then she goes to her husband Kadevara. Again she is in the Chintakranta. This Jagat, these people, that Jagat, that people. When I saw this, I am saying this, absolutely realistic. Same people I see there, they also there appear to be realistic. So which of these two are real? I am confused. I can't have answer. Only mother can give me the answer. With this thought, again she invokes mother. That luckily the anugraha she has got. Whenever she does that do upasana, mother will have to appear and answer her questions or sort out her problems. Now here, mother comes through their samvada. The both jagats are bhranta. Parabrahman alone is real. That pratipadanam is going to happen. For you and me too, it is a very shocking thing. First to listen that other than this Jagrat Jagat, there is Sukshma Jagat. Yet we are slowly made to understand and accept. Like first time when the cell phones were seen, it was shocking. And in that first time when the SMSs were done, it was doubly shocking. When the video started coming, it was shocking. All those shocks through various later on with practices were accepted by everybody by normal. The shock of all shocks was the touch screen. First time when the touch screen came, how come in that phone that sensors are there to get sensitized when we touch it? That particular app or icon, whatever, whichever it's indicating, it is opening. And then we enter into that. What is this entry going on? And you open up, kya kya? Now nowadays, though, people have taken it for granted that every day new, even smarter and smarter phones are the gadgets and their sophistication. हमको आजकल कोई आश्चर्य ही नहीं. पहले तो कितना था in every field, है ना? In the traveling field, you see people start flying in next to 4 5 years. Already the things are recognized, discovered. Trial में चल रहे हैं वो लोग. Slowly they will release. First, it will be used for the army. Second, it will be used for government. Third, then it will become useful for the very VVIPs. Then it will become public. So too many other thousands of things. Why we are saying all of that? Even this also, that there is another Sukshma Jagat like this. It will be shocking for us as it was for her. But luckily we have dream every day. That dream analogy is enough to make us start believing. More shocking is what? That Jagat, this Jagat, both are Mrithya Kalpit and never ever objectively seen. Brahma Tattva alone is real. Is the shocker than the shockest thing it is. And the ultimate shock is that Brahman is me only. The shock in English is in Sanskrit is called Ashcharya, Ashcharya, Ashcharya. And in reaching to the Brahmahamasmi, our journey concludes. This journey is from ignorance to wisdom, from Jiva to Paramatma Tattva, from Bandhan to Moksha. All those words we all are familiar by now. Technical words mentioned in our Shastras, so we respect them. Finally, words are not important, what's meant by them. Isn't it? Whether the words are in Sanskrit or in English or in Hindi or in Telugu, how does it matter? Bhava is important. Jnanam is important. Anubhuti is important. है ना? That's what we will see going beyond all. Shabdas, Vyakhyanas, what do you call vrittis, into that understanding, feeling, sadhana and experience we enter into. Hoga, dhire dhire. Now, where we have come here, 18th Sarga, 6 7 shlokas we saw up to. the arrival of mother made to be seated. Then the discussion happened between Mother Saraswati, Rani Leela happens. In that Jagat Bhranti Pratipadanam. That is the subject. That's the name of this chapter. Okay. Let us spend 2-3 minutes. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharibhyo ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास वामदेव नारदादि श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि महामोक्ष शास्त्र आचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे चस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रस्थान मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखघनं पूर्णं परं पावनम् स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् ॐ तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरु तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः ॐ पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः वसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः श्रीयोगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम् तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने जगत् भ्रांति प्रतिपादनं नाम अष्टादश सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच Good that you are there. And all these things which are so difficult to grasp, as if as we open up our intellects, we start understanding. And मजेदार बात क्या और एक जो अभी बता रहे थे, having understood after some time these Vedantic Vishayas, we start taking them also for granted and continue living the same wretched life of samsara. That is the power of Maya. You understand? And it's only after many, many lives of maturity that it clicks slowly, slowly that, hooray, with the knowledge all gained, still I am living like an ignorant person, bound by the upadhis in this projected world as a samsari. Let me get out of all this. Let me get into my original real self. That thought will come one day. Then the real sadhana happens at that time. अभी तो हम ये चीजों को समझने में ही इतना मेहनत लगा रहे, कष्ट उठा रहे. एंड दिस इज द प्रोसेस. रिमेंबर, नॉट यूनिक टू यू एंड मी. Every jiva will have to go through in this way only in his evolution. Every jiva. I'm not saying only human, all jivas. The trees, the animals, plants. After 100,000 lives, they also will become human like us. Just like we 100,000 lives back must be some plant or some insect only. All probabilities are there. These all explanations are said only to say that we are not the unique creatures that we have to go through this process. It is so for all, for evolving. This is the way, this is the path. In our Sanatana Dharma, uh, I am saying our Sanatana Dharma because others say it is there. Otherwise, there is no our and you. I again withdraw that sentence also, again use that sentence. In our Samanata Dharma, in a systematic manner, the Rishis, Munis, Gurus have given the entire process called as Shastras. That is special advantage being here. That doesn't mean the other people of other places, other religions who never study these Shastras won't realize. No. In their own way, in their own language. Because what is studied is the Paramatma Tattva. It is beyond all subject, all these are in language, etc. So in many ways it can be realized. But for you and I, pleasing to our intellects, to our hearts, the great guidance is given. Leaving all other discussions, emotions, claimings, fightings, let us just feel this much. That let us make use of this advantage. That we have the Shastras, we have the Gurus to explain to us. Otherwise, the subject, even after you and I listening so long, so tough, isn't it? If such systematic presentation is not there, it will be more tougher than this. हम luckily यहाँ आ गए, तो let us use this. And in this also, it's I believe question of some 2 or 3 or 4 lives, where strictly we are at the feet of the Guru, allow him to speak and listen and contemplate. That the subject grasping definitely starts happening. Minimum. Then we continue by keeping away the world, only involving in this. The remaining things that have to happen, as we said just now, the mumukshas, the jignasas, the antarmukatas, the anveshanas, all of them will happen. And the final thing is anubhuti. The journey stops where we have that aparoksha anubhuti, that whole thing is Parabrahma, and that Parabrahma is Ahamas. Good. Now let us continue what happened yesterday. कि 18th सर्ग में लीलोपाख्याने जगत भ्रांति प्रतिपादनम वशिष्ठ जी is telling to Rama and others, इत्थम विनोदयामि इदम दुःखदम चित्तम इति अलम बोधयित्वा इंगितैर्भूपान आस्थाना दुत्थितात सा. I am just here to know you all are there, and in your presence, even I am also assured and assurance to you too that I am there to take care and let's together protect our kingdom. Whatever at the formality level have to be spoken, she speaks and then she leaves. Rani from the Sabha Mandapa at that midnight time. So there ends that topic. The purpose of that is this much. And for us too, that's not the purpose. Purpose is to discuss whether this Jagat is Satya or what she saw in that Nirvikalpa Samadhi Prayatna, where she went out of Sula Sukshma Sharira as a Jiva into that Chidakasha. There the Chitta Rajya she has seen her, where she saw her husband everywhere. And he was not recognizing her. Nobody was recognizing. Now, Pravishya Puram Bhartuhu Parshve Antapura Mandape. She entered the Antapura from that Sabhavana. In that Antapura Mandapa, she went near to the Bharta, Bhartu Parshve. Vivesha, Pushpaguptasya, Bhartu Parshve. So the body of the husband covered with the flowers. To that place she went. Then Chintayamasa Chetasa, she started contemplating, thinking. That Chintana. Even you and I too, when we see any dead body, somebody died, or even a dog, animal dies, these thinking can happen. वो डॉग अब तक बार्क कर रहा था साइलेंट हो गया so to that mosquito or ant was just flying suddenly it died now that human being also सुबह तक इतना suddenly कहाँ गए हो क्या हुआ सोचना शुरू करो that alone gives the knowledge this Rani was lucky enough to do that contemplation चिंतयामास then अहो विचित्रा मया यम एते अस्मत् पुरमानवाः बहिरन्तरवद्देशे तत्र चेह च संस्थिताः अहो विचित्रा माया इयम this maya is vichitra ete asmatpura and here the people all of them are there in this puraha bahihi outside me I am saying then when I was in that seat of meditation in the nirvikalpa samadhi antaravad deshe tatra cha iha cha samstitaha and inside also I saw all of them and they are there also here also not only them these things, the beings, but the entire Sabha Mandapa, the outside place, variety of trees, plants, whichever are there here. Tali, Tamala, Hintala, Malita, all the variety of Vrukshas, Girayaha, the variety of mountains which see around our kingdom. Ami, all of them, Yatha Tatra, Tata Iha Apivata, where as they are here, they were there also. As they were there, they are here also. But Maya Yamatata. This is very Maya. I am very confused. You know, even in that Tripura Rahasyam also we see these type of stories. And these are all experiences. And you and I also are going to go through them as we grow in our purity, in our antarmukhata. We start doing our inner meditational journeys truly. And when that first breakthrough of Naham Devasmi happens to us like it has happened to her, so too Naham Sukshma Dehosmi, when that happens, same thing happens to us too. घबराना नहीं डरना नहीं लकीली पहले ही हमको ये सब पढ़ाकर हमें शायद भगवान मेंटली प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं बिफोर गिविंग अस दोज अनुभूतिस मे नॉट बी आफ्टर 10,000 लाइव्स मे बी आफ्टर 1,000 लाइव्स हाउ डज इट मैटर लाइफ तो ऐसे यूज हो जाता है नथिंग टू वरी नाउ सो आई एम वरीड नाउ कि यथा तत्र तत इह अपि as was there here also same आदर्शे अंतर्बहिश्चैव यथा शैलः अनुभूयते inside the mirror there is a mountain outside also a mountain so when I opened my eyes and called all of them I saw all of them with darwaza खिड़की खोल के देखा all the trees plants mountains and when I was on that bed or wherever I was seated closed the eyes when I went beyond the stula sukshma sharira inside only all of that I saw so bahirantah chidadarshe tata sargah anubhuyate then in the same way within me and outside me also the worlds are seen by me now the question to her and should happen to all of us also even to have this tattvika jignasa we have to have sufficient purity like Rama has we have to have some sufficient maturity also the impurity and maturities go together wherein we feel contented happy with the indriya bhogas in this sthula jagat that is the impurity and immaturity Compared, comparatively, if you want to know it, much lesser, impure, and Krishna was the immature are, let us say, the animals. बस उनको सर्वाइवल के लिए घास फूस मिल जाए, बस काफी. We are little better, that we want better comforts of roti kapda or makhan. But for us, this alone is life. That's the immaturity and impurity. Those who have reason about this, those who want to use their intellect and want to know the root cause of everything, the substratum or support or the adi of everything, when they search it outside, they become outside scientists. So when they look for it inside with the help of scriptures, gurus, and guidance, they become the inner rishis. Adhyatmaka Rishi, they are called outer scientists. Scientists are outer rishis. The saints and sages are the inner scientists. Inner means in contemplation, in Visharana, only the we attend to. As if the chambers and doors one by one of the ignorance keep opened up, and as the doors get opened up, the subtler and subtler knowledges start happening to us. That's called as the inner journey. दरवाजे खुलते हुए अज्ञान के ज्ञान प्रकाश हमको मिलता रहता है, हायर एंड डीपर एंड सटलर. About the possibilities finally, and the final possibility is what is there as substratum. Okay, now her question, as it has to come to all of us also, is tatra bhrantimaya sargah kah syat kah paramartikah. In these two srishtis, which I saw in my closed eyes and I am seeing in the opened eyes, this bhutakasha srishti and that the chidakasha srishti. Chidakash means chittakash, chittakash means srishti. Which is paramartikah and which is bhrantimaya. Which is real paramartika, which is Bhrantimaya, delusory. Iti, this doubt I have. Now, who can tell me? And why I should ask anyone? When I have the access to Sakshat Saraswati Devi. And for you and I, Shruti Mata through Guru. Shruti Mata through Guru is Sakshat Saraswati only. So, iti pruchami Vagisham. That Vagisha, Vagishwari, the goddess, Lordess of all the Vak or Vidya, her only I'll ask, Abhyarcha Uktam Asamshayam. So I'll do invoke her, I'll do all the Archana to please her. Then I'll put this question in front of her till she gives me the answer, till the Samshayas go away. See that? That's what we said yesterday. Though the husband's body there died, yet from the Atyanta Dukkha Sthiti, Vishada Sthiti, she came to the Jignasa Sthiti. Same is with Arjuna, same with Parikshit, same with Nachiketa. All of them were in the Vishada Sthiti. Even Yudhishthira. Is उनका दुख तो अर्जुन से 1000 गुना ज्यादा. Arjuna's Vishada is very kalpita because the Yuddha never started at all. But Yudhishthira's Vishada is with full of all logics and justifications. Because it was after the Yuddha where, in front of his own eyes, while war is waged, Bhishma collapsed, Drona collapsed, then Krupacharya collapsed, Karna collapsed, Duryodhana died. All of the thousands and lakhs of people who were, all of them died in front of him. अर्जुन के लिए तो एक बाण भी नहीं लगा. So Vishada of Yudhishthira was so much that even Krishna could not answer him or console. So the only way was to take Arjuna Yudhishthira to Bhishmacharya. And Bhishma in that Ampashaya in the arrow bed took around, I don't know exactly, minimum to 10-20 हजार श्लोक पूरे महाभारत में. All of that teachings he gave, only after listening to that Yudhishthira got consoled. Who? Yudhishthira, who himself is the expression of the dharma, who himself is having already the entire knowledge. See, the maya, the anubhutis, the prema called attachments, all of them have such a power to delude even the highest evolved people like Yudhishthira also. Example. So she also, from that Vishada sthiti, she has come to Jignasa sthiti. Wonderful, no? Feeling? In this way, through this story, what Jnanam Bhagavan is giving, usko सीखते हुए साथ में through the characters, here Lalila, what are the lakshanas we have to learn, that also we can learn. What are the qualifications for the one who can be a Jignasu, who can be a Jnani, who can be Mukta. It is लीला उपाख्यानम. ये हो जाएगा तो उसके बाद 10 उपाख्यान आएंगे as we keep studying. Even I have not seen, मैं भी आपके साथ ही डेली प्रयाण करता हूँ. So in this way, इति निश्चित्यतां देवीं पूजयामास सा तदा. Then she did the puja upasana to the mother, the way by which she appears. Dadarasha cha purah praptam. Then she found the mother appeared in front. This time, how was the mother? Kumari Rupa Dharini. Mother was in the Kumarika Rupa. Maybe Bala Saraswati. Kumari Rupa Dharini. Mother appeared. Then Bhadrasanagatam Devim Upavishya Purogata. So she made the mother sit in the Bhadra Asana. Most auspicious, best asana बिठाकर all other to be done upasanas, pujas, argyapadya सब कर दिया. Then that Bhadrasana Gata Devi, Mother Saraswati, who is she here? Paramartha Mahashakti. She is Paramartha Rupena Brahma Tattva only. Then the Brahma Tattvas are Avibhajya Mahashakti also. That Paramartha Mahashakti. To that mother, Leela, Bhuvisthita Leela, seated on the ground. है ना, Upa and Ni. Upa Samipe, Ni means Niche बैठकर. Then she inquired. So, Bhuvisthita Leela apruchat. So, sitting on the ground, she asked her. So here, as she is getting this knowledge, whenever you study these things, even little bit also, if any memory of Upanishads are there, good one it is. Like, didn't we see that in Prashnopanishad also, or Kenopanishad, sorry, that when the Indra went to see who is Yaksha, Yaksha disappeared. Then Satasmin Evakashe Striyam Ajagama. Bahushobhamanam Umam Haimavati. And in the very place he saw that Uma Haimavati Bahushobhamana. Then she only tells that Indra, whom you saw, was Sakshat Brahman, and it is his grace that you got victory over Asuras. It was not your victory. Then she gave the upasanas, Tadvana upasana ityadi, for that Indra and all devatas to realize that Brahman, who was there, appeared as Yaksha. Here also, Saraswati Mata came as Kumari Rupa. She is a Paramartha Mahashakti. So, Bhuvistita Leela Pruchat, seated on the ground with all reverence and respect, Leela asked Mother Saraswati. Leelo Vacha. She said, what? Anukampyasvano Devi Bhajantyugdvegamuttamaha Tvayaiva Kila Sargadau Sthapita Sthitiruttama Tadidam Yatpuraha Prahva Pruchami Parameshwari Tat Bruhi Tat Kruto Nunam Savalome Stvanugraha. So first after puja, pleasing the mother with stuti and showing both the Shraddha Bhakti Sharanagati and also readiness to get that jnanam. Remember, you and I, as and when we are growing in our Shraddha Bhakti and Jignasa, to that extent Guru comes and teaches us the knowledge. ये सारे secrets हमको obvious होना चाहिए. For that purpose only every day, the morning common sense thoughts we are discussing, various texts we are studying. Modern common sense thoughts का purpose यही है कि to inculcate in us the type of wisdoms which enable us to become qualified for this knowledge. One of the thing is this. as and when we grow in our Shraddha Bhakti as well as Jignasa. To that extent, the Guru's Vani, which is going on continuously, reveals the knowledge to us. Understood? Like Puja Gurudev. He spoke. People have heard, some people have heard from him hundreds of lectures. But among them, when and which time and what thing got revealed to them depends on that Shishya or Shrotas, Bhakti, Shraddha, Jignasa. Wherever these were not there, those words did not go beyond the tympanum, the ear, drum. These are the things. This lady, Leela, has that Shraddha Bhakti Jignasa. You know? With Shraddha, she invoked her. With Bhakti, she did the Upasana. With full Jignasa, she is inquiring. She is asking the knowledge. Arjuna also. Shraddha Bhakti. Say he surrendered to the Lord, and with Jignasa he asked, Yat Shreyasyat Nishchitam Bruhi. Even today also we saw, last 4 days we spent. Second chapter, 54th mantra. Arjuna Vacha. Sitapragnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya ekeshava. Sitadi kim parva bhasheta kimasita kim rajit. Now Bhagavan is speaking. Arjuna listens all of that. After that, only again in the third chapter, he gets the doubt. Such a wonderful Brahma Jnana you gave, Moksha Jnana along with sadhana. Then why did you tell me to involve in the yuddha? Why are you confusing me? You understand? That's how the third chapter is जिज्ञासा. फिर उसको भी भगवान पूर्ण करते हैं. Again in the fourth chapter there is another जिज्ञासा about avatar. Bhagavan answers that. Before that, in the third chapter, what's the end only? Why we do the papa? That very important question is asked. जिसके आंसर में the root cause of all problems is analyzed by Krishna, individual and total. Such a beautiful our Shastras are, if only we have Bhakti Shraddha and Jignasa to know. Now, she is now praising to mother after puja. She says, Anukampyasva no Devi. No means not English, no. Na u. Na means right now to me, Anukampyasva. Shower your Anukampa. Anukampana means kindness and compassion expressed as a response, seeing the person's condition of misery or helplessness. Like I am in a misery suffering. That misery suffering in me is called kampanam. You saw it. Then you felt bad, अरे स्वामी जी को ऐसा वैसा हो गया रे. And then you also feel and try to help me. That's called as anukampana. है ना? और यू से अच्छा हो गया इनका तबीयत खराब हो गया 4 दिन छुट्टी मिलेंगे ताली बजाओ. That is not anukampa. Isn't it? And I believe none of you are doing like that. That's why from last 5 years, every day we are having classes without break. 2000 दिन हो गए. ये तो गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड होगा. No rishi muni might have studied every day shastra in this way, as we have done without break even one day, at least subah ka class Upanishad. Anyway, anukampyasva no devi, O mother, please be kind and compassionate on me. Then bhajanti udvegam uttamaha. So uttama udvegam bhajanti means the extreme confusions, fears, uncertainties have overpowered me, engulfed me. Tvaya eva kila sargado sthapita sthiti uttama. By you only in the beginning, this whole creation is made and established. Then tad idam yat puraha prakhva pruchami parameshwari. Right now I am at your feet. Prakhva with total surrender. Hey Parama Ishwari, the controller of the entire universe, pruchami. I am asking you. Tad bruhi. Please answer me. Tat krutaha nunam safalo me astu anugraha. है ना तत्कृतः अनुग्रह नूनम में सफलो अस्तु the kindness compassion anugraha showered by you on me may it become safala obviously in terms of getting the clear knowledge or understanding about what questions I'm asking you. So in that one sentence where she says tadidam yat puraha prakhva pruchami parameshwari, I am here in front of you surrendered. Then before that, Tvayeva kila sargado sthapita stitiruttama. So it is you only. eh, In the beginning, the creation you made. Here, the meaning of that is you are the Srushti Sthiti Karani, and all the rules, regulations with which the Srushti Sthiti happens, and all the wonderments, etc., are established by you only. Therefore, you know everything. Therefore, my question you will be deserving to answer because you know everything. आप ही ने सब कुछ बनाया तो आप जानते हो, इसलिए आप छुप नहीं सकते या छुपा नहीं सकते. आप मुझे अवश्य आंसर देना. You know it, isn't it? In that way, she was indirectly compelling the mother to give answer. That compelling is not out of any ego, but out of that surrender, sharanagati only. And the last line was beautiful. Tat krutaha me anugraha safalo nunam. Your anugraha showered on me by answering to my question. Me be safala means what? जब तक सफल हो जाए तब तक आप मुझे उत्तर देते जाना. Just like Arjuna. यत श्रेय स्यात् निश्चितम ब्रूहि. ऐसा बोलो आप कि मुझे ज्ञान मिल जाए. And Bhagavan ही ऐसा ही, because of that only speaks for 17-18 chapters. That's why Arjuna also says, Nashto moha smritirlamtha tvat prasada. From this the lesson is, the Shishya should be ready to listen to the Guru as long as it is required till his all ajnana and sandeha go away. Guru is always ready. Guru has no other business. He is not MLA, MP, minister, industrialist. He is not. Guru has not taken up any jobs, only to be available to the disciples. Like the mother gives up even her very, what do you call, lucrative job of lakhs of rupees when she is kind to her newly born child. Again, सब छोड़ देते हैं. वो इतना था उनका बच्चा important. Guru also like that. It is we who have to be like this. Leela should be ready to listen till the knowledge comes. तो जब तक आपकी कृपा से मैं बात सारा समझू तब तक आप बताते जाइए. So, though the onus is kept on Mother Saraswati to teach, indirect it is, I am ready to listen till I get the knowledge. That's what every day I am requesting in every of the class. Friends, whatever was not understood a year back, 6 months back understood. What was not understood 6 months back, 3 months back got it. What 3 months back we didn't understand, today little it's opening up. Whatever you don't understand today, 6 months के बाद समझ में आएगा, provided we continue listening. That's why never give up Shastra Shravana Adhyayana. I have to come to convinced about it, Baba. Invoking within the Guru Parampara, Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, doing our Bharpur Prayatna for Shravana Swadhyaya, and one more job given to me of speaking here is the only way to keep on gaining newer and deeper and subtler knowledge and remember it and start making use of it. There's no other way. छोड़ दिया छूट जाएगा फिर. एक बार छूट गया छोड़ने के कारण अगेन टू पकड़ो इट्स इम्पॉसिबल. In the meantime, so many lives will go in which every day, every month, every year we have only भय दुख शोक. क्यों करना है सब? अब तो पकड़ लिया इस मार्ग को, मुक्ति मिलने तक नहीं छोड़ना. That's what Arjuna, that's what Nachiketa, that's what Parikshit, that's what is Leela here. So by your anugraha should be safala in the sense my jignasa should be fulfilled in the gaining of jnanam. Now what's her prashna? She asks now. कि अस्यादर्शो जगन्नाम्नः खादप्यधिक निर्मलः यस्य योजन कोटीनां कोटवयो वयवो मनाक् यस्य जगन्नाम्नः आदर्शः. The entire Jagat I am seeing is like a mirror to me. Adarsha. Khat api adhika nirmalaha. It is more conspicuous, spashta, even than any of the space also. Atyanta nirmalaha. This adarsha of the entire Jagat. Yasya yojana kotinam kotayaha avayavaha mana. In this, karodo yojana of the distances, though not physically traveled, but by looking with the eyes regarding about the stars, etc., we can imagine and accept. Matlab, this Jagrat Jagat, which I see through my Indriyas, is so conspicuous, so realistic, so clear it is. अस्य आदर्शः जगन्नाम्नः खादपि अधिकनिर्मलः यस्य योजनकोटीनां कोटयः अवयवः मनाक्. And in that, korodo avayavas are there. That is the Bhumandalas, the Navagraha Mandalas, the Surya Mandala, and all the Nakshatra Mandala, etc. This knowledge is eternal, so these king and queen, they might have heard about all this from their gurus about the big Jagat in front. अब आंख खोल के देखे तो भी दिखता है वहां तारा. और कोई थोड़ा शुद्ध होकर कॉमन सेंस से सोचे तो from here those stars are so small. Therefore, from the stars also this bhumi is small. As we see the stars from here such a distant and think or imagine that there is nobody, so too from there, if somebody is there, when they look at us here, this earth, they may think nobody. But when they think here is nobody, is it true? We are there or not? In the same way, from here, when we look at that, it appears to be nobody, but there are also beings. होता है. That's the Sukshma Lokas and all of that. So she says the Stula Jagat I am seeing it's very conspicuous. Then Nissandhita Vacho Jyotir Ghano Mrudu Sushitalaha. So Nissandhita Vacho Jyotihi Ganaha Mrudu Sushitalaha. There is the light in this Akasha. There is a Muruduta, softness for touch. There is Shitalata, the coolness to touch. There is Vachaha for me to speak, others to listen, others to speak and me to listen. All these are explanations to say that this Jagrat Jagat or the Jagat which she is seeing is so really realistic. Avetya chiditi khyato namna nirbhittiragrataha. And it is so consciously known by all of us. Nirbhittihi, it is endless. Bhitti means divar. कोई इसका दीवार या अंत नहीं है. Endless Jagat is there in front of me. And in this Dikkala Kalanakasha Prakashani Atikramaha. It means Dikka. There are the directions are there. Kala, systematically the time is going on. काल भी सिस्टमैटिक है ना, लाइक सुबह दोपहर शाम हर दिन होता है. So to the weeks, then the fortnights, the months, the rutus, the ayanas, then years, then the seasons come and go. Everything that kala कहते हैं उसको. So the kala kalana, kalana means the systematic planned movement of all of them. Then akasha, the space is there. The prakasha, the prakashas are there. Then the niyati means the variety of things which are systematically happening. Like when I plant a mango plant, the mango fruits only come. दूसरे सीड लगाओ तो वही तो होता है. In that way, so many things systematically happening. Like I make the food, eat it, it gets digested, I get the energy. इस तरह से इतने सारे नियतियां क्रम रूप से इस जगत में चल रहे हैं. यत्र इमे प्रतिबिंबन्ति पराम परिणतिं गताः. So all this continuous jagat is so clearly seen by me in this universe. I call it as Adarsha. But not only this, when I entered into that Nirvikalpa Samadhi, other than this outer jagat seen outer to me, other than me, seen by my these indriyas, there was the inner jagat felt because she didn't go anywhere physically. तो वही थी, बॉडी तो वही था. सो त्रिजगत प्रतिबिंब श्री ही बहि अंतश्च संस्थिता. All this Trijagat, as it is seen by he, andar also I have seen it. Inside also. And don't ask me, every picture is not shown. थोड़ा दिया तो बात समझ लो बाकी. Already mentioned, no? All the Giri, Parvata, Vriksha, Adi, whichever were there here and they were there also. Whichever were there, they were also here. तो एक आइडिया दे दे बाकी समझ लो. Everything was there. Then Trijagat Pratibimba Srihi Bahirantashcha Samstita. This is outside Bahihi and in the inside also I've seen it. Now my question is कि तत्र वै कृत्रिमा का स्यात्. Among these two, which is Krutrima. Krutrima means manipulated, unreal, imaginary, projected. Now, the reason for asking this question is both are looking same. When the two things look alike, they cannot be two. One should be real, other should be unreal. ना एग्जैक्टली एक ही तरह से है दो चीजें, तो उसमें एक कृत्रिम होना चाहिए. कृत्रिम इज आर्टिफिशियल, मैनिपुलेटेड, इमेजिन्ड, प्रोजेक्टेड, इन शॉर्ट अनरियल. सो तत्र वै कृत्रिमा का स्यात्. कृत्रिम कौन है, अनरियल कौन है, इमेजिनरी कौन है, प्रोजेक्टेड कौन है. का सौवा स्यात् अकृत्रिमा, एंड विच इज नॉट द कृत्रिमा, विच इज अकृत्रिमा, विच इज रियलिस्टिक. है ना. कृत्रिमा अकृत्रिमा nowadays तो the intelligence and artificial intelligence are so many other things. In that plate all the fruits are kept, डाइनिंग टेबल में भी रखते हैं वो भी, एंड so fresh they look. हमको लगता भी है, पूछते नहीं उनसे कि आई डोंट नो ये लोग रिच होंगे. फ्रॉम वेरियस फॉरेन कंट्रीज द बेस्ट ऑफ द फ्रूट्स बाय फ्लाइट दे माइट बी गेटिंग इट. अदरवाइज इतना बढ़िया फल कहाँ होंगे इंडिया. isn't it? एंड व्हेन यू टेक वन ऑफ द केला और कुछ भी टेक लेने का कोशिश करो तो आता ही नहीं हो बिकॉज इट इज ऑल आर्टिफिशियल, प्लास्टिक मेड, इट्स अ कृत्रिम. बट दे हैव केप्ट इट देयर फॉर शो. देन हंसी मजाक फिर बाद में वेर आर द ओरिजिनल फ्रूट्स, फिर और सम अदर प्लेसेस है दे ब्रिंग एंड गिव दैट केला, पील एंड ईट द चिल्का. सो कृत्रिम दिखता है कि नहीं, अकृत्रिम की तरह. सो व्हाट इज कृत्रिमा इन दिस आर्टिफिशियल, व्हाट इज अकृत्रिमा व्हिच इज ओरिजिनल. सो तत्र वै कृत्रिमा का स्यात्, का सो वा स्यात् अकृत्रिमा. नाउ रिमेंबर, in this text this is a Narayana Vasishtha's explanation. This way it's going on. Same thing was exhaustively seen in Mandukya Upanishad. Same subject it is, mind you. Why Swamiji same subject you are talking, telling? Because what else is there for us to do other than knowing the truth? So for her here, the outer Jagrat Jagat and other one is Nirvikalpa Samadhi में माता रानी के कृपा से दिखाया हुआ जगत. In your and my case, this outer Jagat and then the Swapna Jagat. Then for us also, Swapna real hai ki ye real? And those who have studied Mandukya thoroughly, how exhaustively Gaudapada, Paramaguru Garu, Guru and the Adi Shankara Bhashyakara have revealed all the secrets, opened up all the secrets, explained everything and cleared all the doubts. Here also same. So question is clear, which is Kritrima, artificial, which is Sahaja. Shri Devi Uvacha. No, Devi doesn't answer. She puts another question. बिकॉज वेदांत में ना जवाब नहीं देना चाहिए, उनको सोचवाना चाहिए. सोचवाना, आई डोंट नो वेदर सच वर्ड इज देयर. द गुरु हैज टू मेक द डिसाइपल थिंक एंड कॉन्टेम्पलेट. है ना. दिस इज द अल्टीमेट वे ऑफ फाइंडिंग सॉल्यूशन टू एवरी प्रॉब्लम. लाइक योर चाइल्ड इज इनडिसिप्लिन, लेजी, टेल हिम 100 टाइम गधा का उल्लू का पट्टा ऐसा क्यों है, he will not get. Somehow by some or the other means, if you can make him think from within, na, once for all the solutions come. So do with your subordinates or servants. डांटते रहो बात नहीं बनता. Make him think. From that, what the knowledge understanding comes, it's permanent. So to an addict, ड्रग्स के लिए, ड्रग्स ड्रिंक्स के लिए भी addicted है मानो, आप उसको कितना भी बोलो पनिश, he will not सुधरो. Make him think. So to a chore, so to a scamist, scam fellow, they have to be made thinking. They have to make. They have to be. Finally, all these terrorists and also the people in the neighbor country who want to destroy our India and our Hinduism, by no outer means they can be changed. Somehow, by God's grace, when the thinking is set in him, in them, then only the answers start coming. That how can we kill others? If that's the case, they also will kill us. Then who will live on this world? to love each other, even to worship the Lord, etc. That concept itself is wrong. But it is in my book. अरे तुम्हारे बुक में हो किधर भी हो बेवकूफ. How can it be right when you kill others? Book cannot tell right. What is right should be written in the book. How can it be right that you kill others or convert others? किसी के श्रद्धा को तुम मार डालोगे. Oh, how terrible it is. See that Christian missionaries, they convert the Hindus, and from that family, for the entire life, that one person gone away. Now he is no more goes to the temple with them and sits for the pujas, puts the chandan, no more takes prasad. How kitra rakshasik hai that you destroy the faith of others. We don't do that. If some Christian Muslim comes to me, I will tell him, you study Vedanta, but be a better Muslim and Christian. Reach your Lord that way. You have faith in that. You are trained in that. You practice it. That's the right wisdom. But if somebody destroys that faith, kitna bhayankar hai wo. So anyway, all this exhaustively discussion. Here the point is Krutrima Jagat. And she never answers. My point was induced thinking in them. When the right, authentic, or logical thinking is induced, the human beings, because they have the intellect, if not today, tomorrow, they'll come to the understand. Only through the right understanding, the wrong understanding and its consequences of problems will end. And then luckily for us, didn't we study the same thing in our morning common sense thought? What are the 5 reasons for all our miseries? Today only we saw, no? The Ajnanam, the Vasanas, and what are the 3? The ignorance, the Vasanas, then the Moha, the delusion, then the misunderstandings, then the misbehaviors. We saw today only. So वही क्लास. भाई मैं ये सोच के नहीं कहता हूँ वो मिल जाता है मैं क्या करूँ. So Mata is not answering. She is only making her think. She is questioning her in ulta. क्या है? अकृत्रिमत्वं सर्गस्य कीदृशं वद सुंदरी कीदृशं कृत्रिमत्वं स्यात् यथावत् कथयेति मे. What do you mean by akruttima, the realistic sarga creation? So to कीदृशं कृत्रिमत्वं स्यात्, what do you mean by the krutrimata? To these understandings of one is Kritrima, one is Akritrima, with what thinking you have arrived, you tell me. कथय इति में तुम मुझे बताओ. Isn't it? सरस्वती माता पूछ रही है आप बताओ मुझे कि आप किस बेसिस पे एक को अकृत्रिम कहा, किस बेसिस पे एक कृत्रिम कह रहे हो. कुछ तो बेसिस होगा ना तुम्हारा. Then Leela Uvacha, the Leela tells कि यथाहमिह तिष्ठामि त्वं च देवी स्थिताम्बिके असावकृत्रिमः सर्गः इति देवेशि वेद्म्यहम् यत्राधुना स भर्ता मे स्थितः सर्गः सकृत्रिमः अहं मन्ये यतः शून्यो देशकालाद्यपूरकः. See what is akrutrima, the realistic I am telling, oh mother. यथा अहम यह तिष्ठामि. सी मैं आपके चरण पे बैठी हूँ, सीटेड हियर. त्वं च देवी स्थिता अंबिके, you are also seated in that beautiful asana I offered. असो अकृत्रिमः सर्गः. And all these things she must have shown. And some eatable, drinkable, touchable, seeable she has shown. So you are experiencing them. I say this is soft thing and I touched it and I gave you, I asked you, you told it is also, you also told it is soft. So I gave this sweet, it was sweet to me. I asked you, kaisa hai? Meetha hai. So this is all is aso akrutrima sargaha. E deveshi iti vedmyaham. This is what I said from this standpoint. Then yatra adhuna saha bharta me sthitaha. And that world where my husband was seated as a king. Body to yahi hai. Where he was seated there, sakrutrimaha. That is the krutrima artificial. Aham manye. I think so. Yatah, why so? Shunyo desha kaladi apurakaha. Because those are all not substantial. When I woke up, nothing was there. वो देश नहीं था, वो काल नहीं था. When the desha kala also only are not there, how can all of them were there? Therefore, I feel it is akrutrima. It's a krutrima. But I have seen that. I went there. I heard them talking. I heard the Raja being reported by everybody. मुझे तो वहां लगा दिखाई दिया ना. Again, Devi asks the question. Sri Devi Vacha Krutrimo Akrutima Sargat Nakadachana Jayate Nahi Karanatah Karyam Udeti Asadrusham Kvachitu. Exactly what we are studying last 3 4 days in our Mandukya Upanishad Telugu class. Devi gives an idea for us to contemplate. Krutrimaha Akrutrimat Sargat Nakadachana Jayate. From the Krutrima real thing, Krutrima, the imaginary projection, can never be born. है ना? Today's mantra नास्त्य सद्धेतुकम असत सद्धेतुकम असत कुतः सच्च सद्धेतुकम नास्ति. The four impossibilities. Exactly आज ही वो discussion चल रहा था in the 40th mantra of our fourth Alata Shanti Prakaranam. So here she says same. नहीं कारणतः कार्यम उदेति असदृशम क्वचित. From the akrutrima, krutrima cannot come. So too, from a karana, a dissimilar karya cannot come. है ना? From the mud, the pot which comes is like the mud only. It cannot be something else. From the mud, the silver, the gold will not. अगर ऐसा है तो सिल्वर गोल्ड के ब्रिक्स खरीद के लोग क्यों अपने तिजोरी में लगाएंगे? Everybody nowadays investing in those gold, silvers. That's what they say. मैंने की बता, है ना? अगर मिट्टी ही गोल्ड बन जाए टच करने से या कुछ करने से तो so the two logics are what? From the krutrima cannot come. So too from the karana, the karya dissimilar cannot come. लीला उवाच दृश्यते कारणात् कार्यं सुविलक्षणम् अंबिके संवादातुम अशक्ता अमृत घटस्तजस्तदास्पदम्. No. Dissimilar effect can come from the cause. She gives example of from the mud the pot comes. The dissimilarity between them is what? With the mud you cannot store the water, but with the pot you can store. So there is a dissimilarity between them. But there the karana karya sambandha also. The karana is the mud, the karya is the the pot. So to this then Ambika gives explanations etc. which lead to the understanding clear that both these things are projected only on the reality. And for that, she again tells the entire further story of who is she, this Leela, her husband, from the earlier life, how they became Raja, Rani. ये सारा बताएंगे. मजा आएगा स्टोरी सुनकर. ठीक है? श्री देवी उवाचा from the 20th mantra we'll study tomorrow. Thank you. ओम शांति 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदम. धीरे धीरे इतना पढ़ लो. 15 श्लोक हो गए आज भी. सो 15-20 पढ़ेंगे. Because I also have to understand what I am to say ना. अब धीरे धीरे पढ़ने से very tough language it is. When we have to tune to it, it is not so obvious like any novel or any of the familiar things. So people like me, even the worldly things like of mathematics, chemistry, engineering, stock exchange, politics, ये चीजें ही समझ में नहीं आते. Then how tough it is to understand Vedant. Then we have to discuss. So Krutrima, Akrutrima, आज समझ गए. Her question is which is real. Mother's logical explanation to complete is from Akrutrima real, the Krutrima unreal cannot come. Yesterday, day before, that was the discussion in Mandukya. From the realistic Jagatu, the unreal Swapna cannot come. And if the Swapna is unreal, its Hetu Jagat also must be unreal. Then later on, in the next 3 levels of development of the thought, the Karana Karya Sambandha between Jagra and Swapna also rejected by the Guru. Later on, in tomorrow night, day after tomorrow class में हम देखेंगे to talk about the Karana Karya between these two, my dear friend, first of all, these have to be real. No? Your Jagrat is unreal, your Swapna is unreal. How come there can be Karana Karya Sambandha? It's the highest knowledge. The real is Brahman. On that, because of not knowing the Brahman, these are all projected. And you projected, therefore, you are in a state of self accepted conditioning to understand or accept them as real. It's your problem. For the time being, keep them away and realize this reality. You yourself will know all that about which we discussed and we went through, that was never there. मजा आता है वेदांत थोड़ा थोड़ा अंदर उतरने लगता है तो उतरने के लिए the श्रद्धा भक्ति जिज्ञासा अंतःकरण शुद्धि are required. May we focus on that. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti. Now come to study our Yoga Taravali 1 or 2 shlokas.